Hey, I'm here today with Sasha, one of my favorite models to use for YouTube. Today I'm going to do her hair color and I'm going to give her a haircut. We went blonde again. Sasha was a brunette, she's been a redhead, but I really like her blonde and she loves to be blonde. She's a natural brunette though. What I like to do on her hair color is I weave in some really blonde highlights with my blue lightener. Then I'll touch up the roots while that's processing, while this highlights processing. I'll touch up the rest with a 10C, which is the lightest cool blonde. And what I want to do today is where I'm going to start at is in the crown where her hair is the darkest at. So you can see how short this hair is. I'm going to start in the hair where it's the darkest at. And this area here I can't highlight, it's too short. So I'm going to start here on the crown where it is longer. And I'm going to take some slices, tilt your head back a little bit for me, Sasha. And I'm going to use my blue lightener to get these sections nice and blonde. I could bleach Sasha's hair and tone it. I've done that before, but it's very hard on the hair. It leaves her hair, very dry and coarse and just not as shiny. So I've been doing the highlights, the blue lightener with a base color, a real high lift blonde, and it comes out great because it gives that effect of having some depth but not being solid blonde. So it's kind of a blonde on blonde effect is what I call it. So I'm taking this section right here. You can see how thick these pieces are. I'm weaving large sections because we want this longest part of her hair to be the blondest. And what's nice is as these are processing, I'll paint the rest of the roots and that'll process all at the same time. Tilt your head back a little bit for me, Sasha. So I'm going right in here. I'm going to do a few more in her crown. You see I'm doing a nice slice here. It's a nice thick section. I don't want to do them too skimpy and thin. We want them to show up really a little bolder. Can you see that there? Getting that just at the root here. I'm using a plastic knife is what I like to apply the lightener with just because I feel like I have a little more control over the amount I put on and how close I can get it to the scalp. Now I'm going to go right here to the side. I'm going to pick up a few on this side. And I'll do the same on the other. I'm going to slice this piece because I know I want this really blonde right here. Lay that on there, brush that on. And I'll do another one on the other side. Then I'll have this last row right down the middle to do with her foils. And then we'll put her base color on. You can see how short this is. And Sasha, even though with her hair super short like this, I still have some hair to cut on. It's very thick and heavy on the top, and I'll use my sharp tooth to really raise her and texturize her top. She looks great with short hair, and we've kept it short for a while, and sometimes you got to come up with new ideas and new shapes to change the cut. Even with the short haircut, sometimes you feel limited, but when you really check out the cut and know what you want to change, sometimes a little bit off makes a major change. So today, I'll do my scissor over comb and cut this in nice and close. But on this top, since it's really not that long in length, I'll do a lot of razoring through this top. So this hair will be a little fringier and a little piecier. She'll have a really pixie cut that'll be very cute on her. And you see I've got this last row here on the top. I'll do the same thing right here. I'm going to slice this off. I'm going to do a nice thick section with our blue lightener. This works so quick and easy. Now, you see she's got some very light blonde pieces on the ends. I try to stay away from that, just so we don't want those to get fuzzy or dry or over-processed. So it's really that new growth at the root and that little bit of that brassiness in the middle there we're trying to get out. So we'll go right ahead here, taking still large sections, applying your lightener. Doesn't take long to work it in this way. It all processes together. And what will happen too, even with the 10C that I'm going to put on her roots, will create kind of a shadow or a little bit of depth at the roots, so she won't be solid blonde. She'll have a little slight contrast to it, which really plays up the haircut. So it's a great way to do it. This works good on short hair or longer hair. We do a lot of this highlight and color together technique with really any color you do. Sometimes if you do this lightener and you want to wash over your base color just to tone the highlights or give the highlights more gold or a warmer shade, it works well that way too. Another piece right here. We've got just a few more to do, and then I'll put her base color on. And I'm using 20 volume on her base color, roots only. It's a very cool shade. It's very ashy, so it cuts this red and this brightiness on her neckline and just where I don't have the highlights at. Now, when I come back, you'll get to see me cutting Sasha's hair, and you'll get to see the finished look.